Welcome to Prajna Sparks, a podcast where we listen to a Dharma talk, contemplate with our minds and in our hearts, and engage in guided meditation. In this episode, we're going to be exploring mind further. Every episode of Prajna Sparks takes hours to plan, record, and edit. We ask that, if you haven't already, you give us some time today to like, subscribe, share, and review our podcast. Alongside your own practice, this is the best possible offering as it helps the Dharma reach new listeners.
When we contemplate genuine reality, we really like to bring in a sense of joy, lightness, and importance at the same time to our practice.
Perhaps the best way to start off is by singing this doha by Kenshin Tsultrim Gyatso Rinpoche.
The lyrics are in the show notes. Don't worry. This is about experiencing joy, not about performing. You really don't need a great singing voice to contemplate through song. And to prove it, we'll sing it for you. Friends are empty forms, just like a water moon. To think of them as being truly real will only make your many sufferings increase. To know they're empty forms, just like a water moon, will make illusion like samadhi increase. Compassion free of clinging will increase, and non-referential view will also increase. And meditation that's fixation free and conduct free of do or deed increase. Of all the many marvels, this by far the most marvelous. Of all the many wonders, this the most wonderful.
This is Zopa and Yeshe for Prajna Sparks. Be sure to join us every month on the new moon for fresh episodes. Stay tuned now for a guided meditation. Shivni is our Tibetan singing bowl artist. Thanks for the generosity of giving us some time out of your day to like, subscribe, share, and review Prajna Sparks. It really does help us to spread the gift of Dharma to new listeners. If you have any questions, contact us via email, Instagram, or Facebook. Check the episode notes for those links and for more resources on today's topic. Visit us on the web at prajnafire.com or follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Prajna Sparks. Thank you for listening. May all beings benefit. Hello, friends. Welcome to the meditation on genuine reality. This doha, or Song of Realization, by Kenshin Tsultrim Gyatso Rinpoche, one of the great contemporary masters of our time, summarizes so concisely and joyfully just what the benefits are of cultivating correct view and realizing it through listening, contemplating, and meditating. What a great way to plunge into one very small take that we can engage with in refining our view of genuine reality, of what is true. Genuine reality, is a vast topic. We will just explore one possible approach to hopefully helping refine our view of it. To begin with, as is our practice, let's just take our seat, coming fully into the present moment, allowing yourself to settle here and now, letting go of any worries or anticipation about needing to do anything, be a certain way, get rid of thoughts, feelings, or cultivate thoughts, feelings, or anything else. And just let yourself relax into spacious awareness of what's going on that needs neither adopt nor reject anything at all in this present moment. So I can just be replete in the relaxation of awareness. Now we can move into shamatha, tranquility meditation, where we're cultivating one-pointed attention. We can use the breath or any other meditation object that feels appropriate for us at this time, and use that breath as a meditation focal referent, resting attention lightly on it. We're not thinking about it or analyzing it, but simply using it to notice when awareness gets distracted or dull or sleepy. And anytime we notice distraction, whether it be coarse or subtle, we simply bring it back to the meditation object. In this way, we cultivate moment by moment one-pointed attention, which has many benefits and is a foundational practice for all other meditations that we do along the path. So let's practice like that for a couple minutes. In this calm, steady, still and alert state of mind, let us now turn our attention to experiential inquiry. we are going to explore and analyze our own experience here and now, our own beliefs, and our insights as to what is real, having some basis of understanding from listening and contemplating is, of course, quite useful as a backdrop. In this meditation today, we are looking at and exploring, getting precise with ourselves about what is real. As we go about our days, we tend to get so bowled over by our sense perceptions. What we see, what we hear, what we feel tactilely, what we taste, what we smell. And we can tend to assume that they are real just the way we experience them. Almost like we are a blank neutral slate and we're just taking in these objectively real things that we are then experiencing the truth of directly. We might not recognize the deeply ingrained conceptual overlays that we are all the time throwing onto our sense perception experiences, not to mention all of the mental events that quickly go along with those perceptions. For instance, we might see a person one day and find them very pleasing. And then we encounter them another time and find them distasteful. Is this person really pleasing? Or are they really distasteful? Which one is true? Which one is the reality? What do you think? We can explore how it may actually be neither. That the person is empty and can't be pinned down as being really pleasing or really distasteful. After all, if they really were either of those, then logically it would follow that absolutely everyone, all the time, would perceive them as just that, as just pleasing, and it would not change, because they would be really and truly pleasing. Think that through for a minute. What questions come up here for you? What doubts? It's important to be careful here. We're not at all denying our experience of the person as one day pleasing and another day distasteful. This is not saying that those experiences don't exist at all. That would obviously be false because we experience them. We have our direct experience and no one has to tell us it. However, that assumption that our experience of this person as pleasing, so they must actually be pleasing, and our experience of them as being distasteful, so they must actually be distasteful, carries with it a lot of conceptual baggage, karmic overlays, and all sorts of things. So this analysis is an examination about seeing if things are really true the way they appear to us, and particularly targeting our automatic assumption that this is real, that what I'm experiencing, just as I'm experiencing it, is real. It can be very helpful here to take the example of a dream. When we dream, all those appearances, experiences, they feel very real to us. They influence our emotions. We try to accomplish things or get away from things or whatever it might be with the content of the dream. But then when we wake up, we recognize, oh, that wasn't real. That was just a dream. That's how we talk about it. Likewise here, even with our waking experiences, we can analyze and see which is real. The pleasing person, the displeasing person. This inquiry that we're engaged in is pointing us towards the empty nature of all phenomena. As the Buddha says, things are not as they appear, nor are they otherwise. Things are not as they appear, nor are they otherwise. What a mind-blowing statement. How freeing, even just that. The Buddha is not denying apparent reality. He's not saying we don't experience what we experience. However, he is pointing out that our fixation, our clinging so tightly, so automatically to things being real and true just the way they appear is part of the fundamental ignorance that is binding us and getting in the way of our innate happiness and ease. When we look at these two truths, the truth of apparent reality and the truth of genuine reality, we are looking at interdependence and emptiness. Everything that appears, is experienced, arises interdependently on causes and conditions. A table does not truly and really exist as a table. It's all the collection of its parts, as well as the conceptual imputation of mind that thinks table, or chokshe if you're Tibetan, as well as all of those causes and conditions that brought it about. In apparent reality, everything appears is experienced interdependently. This is true both of what seems to be the observed as well as the observer. They are not actually as separate as they seem to be. Everything and everyone is a flux, a flow, unpin-downable once we start to analyze even just a little bit. That is getting to the empty nature of all phenomena, the genuine reality. This doesn't mean that things and people and how we relate to them don't matter. In fact, it's exactly the opposite. Because we experience and because we ourselves are a flow and are not fixed, lasting, independent, relating skillfully through our view, our conduct, and our meditation is crucially important. Take a moment, or maybe a couple minutes, to analyze and process this, to see how it lands for you. If you get a moment of insight, of clarity, drop the analysis and rest one-pointedly in that. If you're abuzz with questions, curiosities, how wonderful. All of this points us to further analysis, as well as likely further listening to genuine teachings on genuine reality, so that we can delve further. So let's spend a minute or two inquiring. Thank you so much for your meditation, for sharing this time, doing this experiential analysis, as well as listening and contemplating. Please join me now in dedicating whatever goodness has come from this and sharing it freely with ourselves and all beings, that we may all come to recognize that friends, enemies, and everything else are empty forms, as the song says, and in so doing, in so knowing, increase our illusion-like samadhi, increase our compassion free of clinging, increase our non-referential view, increase meditation that's fixation-free, and increase our conduct free of the ideas of doer or deed, up until the level where we realize emptiness directly, seeing it for ourselves, being liberated along our path to realizing our true nature, Buddhahood, May all benefit.